back to Home 411. This is Randall Winter, and our guest today is Neil Weichel from RE/MAX. And we were just talking, the National Association of Realtors put out the statistics, and I think it's interpolated by Remodeling Magazine. And they can go online to cost versus value, and they can actually see the return on their investment. So you were saying something, sellers are more confident and to put more money in their house. Would you touch on that a little bit, Neil?
Yeah, well, I'm certainly seeing this, and you know, a lot of times I've sold real estate here for 23 years, so I've got a lot of past clients, thankfully, and they'll have me out and say, you know, Neil, we're thinking we're going to be here another 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, but we'd really like to do this to the bathroom, or really like to do this to the kitchen. And you know, my advice in almost every case is to do it, and there's some reasons why. I can show them in terms of dollars and cents. Many of the neighborhoods in our valley, in the Santa Clarita Valley, it's, you know, we'll have a spread of $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 between the same model home.
In the same neighborhood.
In the same neighborhood, the exact same house. And this is consistent, by the way. This is consistent in the $400,000 price range. It's consistent in the $900,000 price range. It's obviously consistent even higher. The point is you can put money into things that you get value back. Kitchens, bathrooms, right at the top of the list. You know, even putting in, you know, you have an old, you know, kind of oak stair rail, and maybe you do a wrought iron stair rail, and you'll get your money out of it. I mean, you really will. So, you know, we're seeing these neighborhoods where a home will sell for $40,000, $50,000, $70,000, $80,000 more, simply because the owner of that home put some money into it. The buyer walked in and said, oh, I love it, I got to have it.
Okay, so my advice is listen to Neil, listen to me, but if you have any doubts or you just want confirmation, check out on the web costversusvalue.com, and that will show you whether or not you actually you can go into the LA region and you can see what kind of return you can anticipate by doing your investment. So now moving into the house, I remember I sold a house over in Valencia years ago when we transitioned up to Southern Oaks.
Mm-hmm.
And
I know that house. Client of mine bought it.
Yeah. So one of the guys told me, he said, oh, you got to get all your furniture out. And then another one said, oh, you got to get these blue walls off. You got to make them white. What's your take on that as far as getting a house ready for sale?
All right, so it really depends on the home. Professional real estate agents, if they're any good, will always be analyzing the market for the client and look and see if there's holes. And what I mean by that is, let's say you've got, you know, a $600,000 home in Valencia, and there's virtually nothing that it competes against, and it's in a good location and all the rest of it. You may not have to do a lot to that to sell it, because there's always demand for certain neighborhoods. Let's say, for example, though, that there's 3 or 4 homes on the market that your home competes against, and they're pretty nice. Maybe they've been improved. It may be the right time to get rid of those blue walls and to put some money into it to prepare it for sale. So it's very much a timing thing, Randy. You have to really look and see what's happening at that time. Is there competition? Yes. Let's talk about it. No. Maybe you can get away with some things. This year, sellers could get away with not doing things if they had a hot property and there was very little competition. So
if you're thinking about selling your home, you really need to rely on your realtor.
I think so. I mean, there's many good agents in this valley, and those of us that study the market every day and actually go and see the homes and can advise you, hey, here's how yours competes, here's how yours compares. When you put a home on the market, let's be honest, you are competing against the other homes on the market, and a buyer is going to comparison shop your home. Absolutely. They look and see what's on the market, and they're going to pick the one they think is the best home for the best price in the best location. That's not rocket science. So if your home is not competing against anything, you may not need to do a lot of things. My advice always is to address carpet and paint and basic things, because you'll always get more than the amount of money you put in. Now, whether it makes sense to look at bathrooms and kitchens and other capital improvements like that, it might. You know, especially if you've got a 40-year-old kitchen or a 30-year-old bathroom and it's, you know, it's not in the best of condition. Sometimes putting some money into that, you'll get more than the money you put in out. So again, consult, you know, a proper contractor professional like yourself, consult a good realtor like myself, and you'll know what to do.
Yep, rely on the professional. That's what we do. And then what with regards to with furniture and without furniture, I know I have a friend that's getting ready to move out, and he asked me, and I said, well, check with the realtor, because I'll tell you what you should do here based on getting rid of the house so you don't have any backlash. But
Right.
He's wondering about, should he have furniture in? Should he get it out, move it into his new house?
So there's a real strong feeling. I get this all the time. One of the things that's happening over the last few years is a lot of investors have bought a lot of homes. And you're going to see those homes come on the market over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah. And those investors, they are rental properties now. And they're going to make a decision whether they stage it with furniture, whether they sell it with a tenant in it, or whether they sell it vacant. I will tell you that many people think, oh, I've got to leave furniture. I've got a client right now moving to Indiana. And they said, Neil, should we leave stuff? My answer was no. Because the home shows lighter, brighter, larger. It's easier for a potential buyer to see themselves in it. Now, every once in a while, I walk in a home that has really beautiful furniture, and it really makes the place look good. In that case, maybe we should leave the furniture. So it's a case-by-case basis, but don't just think that you have to leave furniture. Sometimes a vacant home sells much better than a furnished home does.
I think the vacant, I kind of agree with you, because I think that you're relying on every buyer having similar taste to what you may have.
Exactly.
And if you have a modern furniture and they don't like modern, they won't have the vision. I go into people's homes all the time and look at stuff and think, how did you come up with that? Well, you have to have that eye. You have to have the vision. Not everybody has it, so you have to rely on a realtor that knows what he's doing, and I know, Neil, you're one of them. So thank you very much for coming and visiting and giving
You're
us
welcome.
great information. One last question. I got a quick second here. The bathtub and the shower.
Yeah.
I got like 15 bathrooms going right now.
Okay.
And every one of them, if it had a master, and we never take a bath. What do we do with this? We want the space. We want a big shower. We want no glass. I asked them whether they plan to sell the house in a short time or not, and if there's another tub because they may have kids.
Right.
What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, first of all, if you're going to live in the home for a while and you want that nice big shower because you take a shower every day and you don't need a bathtub, enjoy your shower. Make it a nice big shower. It's interesting, bathrooms are very emotional parts of the home selling process. And when they're, they got some ooh and ah factor, it helps. A nice big shower, the rain showers, multiple nozzles, and steam showers. I mean, my goodness, people love that stuff. So if there is another bathtub, I think you're safe to take out a master bath tub. But if not, then you probably should leave it in, because
Especially
a lot of
if you're
times,
leaving soon.
yeah, people, they want to have a tub for the kids, and that's not unusual.
Okay, great. Thanks, Neil. Appreciate
welcome.
all your time. And we're going to wrap up. This is Randall Winter with Randall Winter Construction at Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220. You guys have a happy Thanksgiving and drive safely out there.
It's 11 o'clock.